Hey, what is up, guys? It's Cameron Talks Football, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about everything that has gone on in the NFL in the past week and what has gone on in the past day or two, and what's going on with possible games being canceled and even possible fantasy playoffs games being canceled, and what commissioners and people in those leagues should really do about that. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is Urban Meyer being fired. There's been a bunch of things going on wrong with him. First of all, he kicked his kicker because I think he was having like a bad week or something like that, and then he kicks him in the leg while he was stretching. Josh Lambo, I believe, yeah, he's the kicker. He told him not to kick him, and then Urban Meyer was saying, "I'm the head ball coach. I can do whatever the hell I want." And I'm pretty sure that was the last straw to make him get fired. But he did do a bunch of other stuff, like James Robinson fumbled the ball against the Rams and then got benched. I don't know why. Even Trevor Lawrence said that wasn't the right thing to do. Trevor Lawrence's rookie season went down the drain because of a really bad head coach. And hopefully next season they do find a really good head coach. I think the Bills' offensive coordinator, I forgot his name right now, but I feel like he would be a good head coach candidate. I think he will be next year. I don't know if he's going to stay again. Or maybe Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs' offensive coordinator. I know he's a good option. And then there's a bunch of options that might want to take the job. I don't know who would, because if it's a really bad team and it would be a really big rebuild. So we're gonna have to wait for that. But now we have the interim head coach, and we're gonna have to see what really he can do with this team. Maybe he'll let James Robinson do more, and now we get to see if Trevor Lawrence is really good or if it was just the head coach holding him back. But now we have, with all this COVID outbreak, we've had three teams postpone their game and almost had to forfeit their games. The Browns, the Rams, and the Washington football team almost had to cancel their games because of a COVID outbreak on their team. A lot of the games got moved to Tuesday and another Monday game. So we have two Tuesday games and two Monday games. So pretty much football all next week and all almost this week too, because we have a game today, the Patriots and Colts. But it's really bad because with those forfeits, teams are playing for playoff spots, like the Browns. All these teams are actually playing for playoff spots. The Browns, the Washington football team, and the Rams. They're trying to. I don't think they're gonna get the first round bye because the Packers and the Cardinals and the Bucks are ahead of them. But I think they're gonna easily get the fifth seed, and they're gonna have a good spot in the playoffs and make a good push in the playoffs. I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl, but I think they'll have a good push. The Washington football team, they're trying to keep the seventh seed. I believe they have. The 49ers got the sixth seed. So I think it's the biggest thing for the Washington football team. I believe they play. Let's see, who do they play? I know it's on Monday. So they play the Eagles. That's a divisional game. The Cowboys can clutch the division this week when they play the Giants, and I believe they will win that game. So Giant Cowboys, they finally got a better record than 8-8 this year. So good job for them. But I honestly see them just being a possible first round exit, second round exit. I don't see them making a championship game just because their offense has been struggling. But their defense has been playing great because of rookie edge rusher slash linebacker Micah Parsons. He's easily the defensive rookie of the year. I don't know who else you think could be it. Patrick Surtain, not it. No one else is even close to his level. He could even possibly be defensive player of the year. I don't know why everyone's saying MVP, but defensive player of the year is also in the contention there. I think he's going to actually play really great this season. I think he's going to finish out the season with a lot of sacks. I think he's going to be second or third in sacks. I don't think he's going to be first. I think it's going to be TJ Watt that's going to stay in first. I understand he did miss a game. I think he has like 16 sacks this year. And if he didn't miss these games, if TJ Watt didn't miss these games, I think he would easily be able to break the NFL sack record pretty easily, because I think he's at 16. The sack record's like 22 and a half. And so the games that got postponed are the Browns and the Raiders. They play on Monday. The Washington football team and the Eagles, they play Tuesday. And then the Rams and Seahawks, they also play Tuesday. Honestly, I think the biggest game is going to be for the Browns and the Washington football team. I already know the Rams are probably going to beat the Seahawks because the Seahawks don't have Tyler Lockett. A lot of their team is on the COVID reserve list or injured reserve. So I honestly think the biggest game is going to be the Washington football team versus the Eagles because Washington, I think they can make the playoffs, but I don't see the Eagles making it just because I don't know what seed they are. They could have easily made it. They had like a pretty easy schedule, but now I don't see them making it at all. They really don't have too much of a chance. The Browns and Raiders. I think the Browns could possibly sneak in at the 7th seed. It's going to be pretty hard, but you never know with the NFL. There's still 4 games left. I think, 4 games. It's going to be pretty interesting, though. A lot of teams are going to be fighting for that 7th seed. There's a lot of good teams fighting for that 7th seed. We have the Colts, the Bills, the Browns. There's a lot of teams that are fighting for that 7th seed. The Chargers, and then maybe even the Broncos could possibly even sneak in there too. So a lot of things going on. And then something going on with a Hall of Fame linebacker, Lawrence Taylor, played for the New York Giants. He got arrested in Florida for a sex offender violation charge. Don't know if it's true quite yet. It looks like it's true because it's coming off of Fox News. Hopefully it's like false allegations, but if that is true, that is gonna really suck because he is one of the greatest players of all time, and that's really gonna mess up his reputation. I honestly don't know why he would do it. You never know. There's something you can never really go inside their head and wonder why they're doing it. But it's sad to see an NFL player of that caliber doing that kind of stuff. I'm sorry for whoever that happened to, but yeah, it's sad. I don't know why NFL players do that. They have such a high thing going on in the NFL. They have such a high reputation. They're already in the NFL. I understand he did retire, but still, that's just sad to happen. And then, so still talking about like possible games being canceled. Now we have to talk about possible fantasy playoffs being canceled or players, and what are they gonna do because some commissioners hold all the money for the season, and there's like 4 teams left. There's a couple games left. What is the commissioner gonna do? What is the league gonna do about this? Because we don't who's gonna get the money? Are they gonna split it 4 ways? Or are they gonna? How are they gonna do this? Is it gonna be whoever scored the most points this season? I don't know how they're gonna do this, but if you're the commissioner, you need to figure out this with your league. If you're not the commissioner, you guys all need to come together, whoever's in the playoffs, and make a decision. Because if you don't, the commissioner will probably hold all the money and take it all, which is not right for them to do. Like Travis Kelce, if you're playing Travis Kelce, you might as well just leave because he got 41 points in the first round of the playoffs. If you're playing Travis Kelce in the first round of the playoffs, I'm sorry, he pretty much just won that fantasy playoff game. So sorry for whoever's playing that. So now we have a lot of games that got postponed, but now I'm going to talk about some games that could possibly be upsets here. We got some upset games. I think an upset game could possibly be the Ravens versus the Packers. The only way the Ravens will win that game is because of the run game. And then another upset game could possibly be the Broncos beating the Bengals. The Bengals did not play too great last week. I understand they did almost beat the 49ers, but an almost win is still not a win. And I think the Broncos are playing decent enough to sneak into that 7th seed and pass the Bengals. And then another possible sleeper pick could be the Steelers beating the Titans. The Steelers, they're not too bad of a team, but they're not a playoff team. So I think they can beat those high caliber teams like they did beat the Ravens. So that is another one right there. But I think my lock of the week is easily going to be the Cowboys beating the Giants. If the Giants somehow win this game, I'm going to be surprised. But if the Cowboys choke this game, that's just sad. They should easily win this game by a fair margin. If the Cowboys don't win this game, they're terrible. Just so you guys know, the Cowboys still aren't going to do anything this year, so don't worry about that. But yeah, there's like a lot of things going on in this week. So if you guys do like what I said, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.